Hi, what's in Madrid here, doing a reading for Jackie580. So you were asking a few questions about your career and finances, so on and so forth. So I'll try and give you a general reading. We're trying to put some emphasis on those points. So firstly, your rising sign is Libra. Libra is generally quite a charming character, very sociable, and at times a little bit indecisive or a little bit airy-fairy on what you want. So maybe there is something you want in life, but you're not too sure if you want it, or there might be more than one thing you want in life. But yeah, you're not someone who would make a decision very quickly or easily. Next, we have your sun sign. So your sun sign is in Sagittarius. Now, Sagittarius are generally a very high-reaching, high-aiming sort of character, not in the sense where they want a lot of money or they want a lot of material goods or power, but more high-reaching in that they want to push the limits of man, or they want to aspire to being the best at something, whether it's martial arts or going to the highest mountain or doing something like that. In your case, I guess you're interested in writing something which will get recognition, I guess, which will spread a message. I think that is a big part of your underlying motivation of why you want to write, is because you want to get your message across to people. Next, we have the moon. So moon talks about your inner emotions, and your moon is in Capricorn. So generally, Capricorn is a bit of a colder character, very logical, very methodical, and a little bit materialistic in that it thinks about how it can use things to best achieve its goals. So let's say you want to get something done, you'll probably think about who you could ask for help, and yeah, you generally like to ask other people to do stuff for you, and you generally like to plan things, and yeah, you like to do things without having to put too much effort in. So you're definitely someone who knows what you want, and you know how to use other people to get what you want. After that, we have Mercury. So Mercury talks about the mind, and your Mercury is in Sagittarius. So it's not the best place for Mercury to be in, because Sagittarius is more about philosophy, religion, ideals, morality, whereas Mercury is more concerned with things like basic maths, life to general life, day-to-day living, figuring how to use your computer, or figuring out how to solve a simple problem. And having Mercury in Sagittarius will make you have less of a grasp on very hard facts. It will make you not be so able to understand things very easily, especially things like maths or physics or highly technical things. It will inhibit your ability to do things which require a lot of logic. So if you want to execute something and it requires a lot of stages, a lot of routine, you might struggle with that a little bit. As a writer though, I think you don't need to be concerned about these things, because when it comes to writing, it's more about ideas, yeah, theories, philosophies, your view on life. It's more about perspective rather than analysis. So yeah, having your Mercury in Sagittarius would be good as a writer, I would say, because um, it'll let you be very ambitious with what you want to create. So you won't be locked in. Your thoughts won't all be based on, oh, how can I make this story a bestseller, or how can I make this story most appealing, or what is the right way, what is the best formula to write a book, or a screenplay. In your case, you'll be thinking about what do you want to express, what you want to tell people, the message you're trying to get across. And I think as a writer, it is quite healthy to have a mind which is oriented towards achieving something or evoking an emotion, as opposed to just trying to copy off someone else or write a cookie cutter script. After Mercury, we have Venus. So your Venus is in Capricorn. Now, again, having your moon and Venus in Capricorn, it might make you a little bit unempathetic. It might make you view other people as a means to achieve something rather than really empathizing with how they feel or really being in love with someone. You'll be very careful with your money and finances, so I'm guessing you'd be good with keeping a budget and maintaining it, finance, so on and so forth. When it comes to writing though, I think something you need to be very aware of is empathy. So you want people to feel for your character. Now, if you lack empathy yourself in making other people feel what you feel, well, naturally, naturally you won't be as good as evoking sympathy or emotions from other people. So I think something you might need to work on is being able to relate to other people more. When you see someone, try to talk to them and understand them just for the sake of talking and understanding them rather than trying to gain something. So when it comes to relationships with people, be careful that you're not just using them. Other people will pick up if you're just being friends with them because of a skill or because of something that they can give you. Try to understand people from where they're coming from, and try to really get to know people, and try to feel or imagine how the other person is feeling, because I think that's really important when it comes to writing. It's to understand how other people feel so you can write that into your book and hopefully evoke the same sort of emotion. After that, we have Mars. Your Mars is in Scorpio, so this is quite a good place for, Mars. Yeah, it is quite a good place for Mars to be in, Scorpio, because it means you'll have a lot of energy, you'll have a lot of vigor, you'll have a very good sex drive, and you probably enjoy doing things like martial arts or swimming or just very intensive exercise. If you don't, I think it would be something to look into, because it will benefit you just being more athletic and doing things which require a lot of strength and require a lot of aggression, because I think it's in your character to do these things. So after Mars, we have Jupiter, and your Jupiter is in Aries. So Aries, Jupiter in Aries generally signifies someone who goes for what they're after. Like if you want something, you will definitely go for it. You don't hesitate, you don't ask questions. Some people might think you're taking too many risks or you're being reckless, but you just go for what you want anyway. Now, this contradicts with your Libra ascending, which is very indecisive, wants to think about all the facts. At the end of the day, I think if you really want to do something like screenwriting, I think you should just go for it. Don't worry about if you'll succeed or fail. Just worry about if what you're writing is good or not. Are you happy with what you're producing? Do you think what you're producing is the very best work? Like, your next work or your next movie should always, to you, be, oh, this is the best work that I've done so far. And yeah, don't worry so much about if you'll make it or what your parents say or what other people are doing. Like if they're working as an accountant at a stable job, yeah, don't worry about that. If you want something in life, you should just go for it, definitely. Other planets, your Saturn and Uranus are also in Sagittarius. These have an interesting effect on you because it will give you a sort of a split personality in the sense that you can be very serious or you can be very unpredictable. You can be very disciplined and stern, or you can just be absolutely crazy. I think that's a good thing to have in a person, because you don't want to be the same thing all the time. Yeah, it's not that interesting. Last thing I want to talk about is your rabbits in the Chinese New Year. So rabbits are generally intelligent, they're very sensitive, they're very caring, and they, even though they're not like very aggressive or strong, they know how to get what they want by using their brains because they're intelligent. So yeah, I think if you apply yourself, you shouldn't have any troubles with regards to your money, because you should be able to take care of it. You won't spend it stupidly on dumb things you don't need. And with regards to screenwriting, yeah, go for it. I mean, there's always there will always be stable accounting jobs out there, but if you never try something, then you never know if you would have succeeded or not. So yeah, hope that helps, and I'll see you next time.